As you can tell, we have a book haul. I acquired 42 books this last month. It's for the month of June, but I know it's kind of late by the time this comes out because I was traveling so much in both June and July and I wanted to get the Italy vlogs up first. I apologize, this is probably later than I would have wanted, but I acquired 42 books in the month of June. However, would you believe me if I told you that I spent $0 on books? Definitely stay till the end to see what I mean because there is a loophole in this. But if you're new, I make this video once a month to track how many books I acquire, how much I spent, where they come from. Like I said, for the month of June, I acquired 42 books and I've broken it down to 4 categories. So we have Amazon, my birthday, Italy, and PR. I did get 1 book from Amazon this month. However, it's because I had a gift card from doing like an online survey thing. So I wanted to use the gift card toward a book. I ended up ordering Body Grammar by Jules Oman. This has been in my saved for later on Amazon for years since this came out. What's funny is when I first added this to my save for later, I don't even think I realized that it was like a queer coming of age debut, I believe. Well, I think it's more than just that, but it does mention how she's still in love with a girl that she left behind. I never hear anyone talk about this book. Let me know if you've read it because I do think it's really good. It might just be underhyped. And since I used a gift card, my total for this first category comes out to $0 spent. June was my birthday month. I am officially in my 30s, which is so weird to say. It's an age I never thought would happen to me. I went to my parents' place when I got back from Italy for a little birthday dinner and my mom got me 2 books. She got me Pictures of You by Emma Gray. Has anybody else purchased a hardcover copy? Because my mom ordered these and she was like, I had no idea it was going to be a hardcover. I have never seen a hardcover version of this. The ones that I'd always seen in bookstores were paperback, so interesting, but I don't mind it. And then I also did ask for and receive The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie. However, she, like I said, she ordered these books and that cover was like so damaged. It was covered in ink, it was dirty, and I'm definitely picky with my conditions of books. Like if I'm gonna buy a book brand new or if someone else is going to, like I want it to be in the best condition. So we did a return and she got a new book. I just haven't been to my parents' place to pick it up, but I did also receive this book from my mom as well. But those are the 2 books that I got for my birthday, and my total for this category of course comes out to $0 spent. Probably my favorite category I've ever done. The next books that I received are from Italy. I cannot believe those words just left my mouth, but if you haven't watched my Italy vlogs, I do highly recommend them. I do a lot of book shopping in them, and then I also do book shopping in different cities in Italy like Rome, Florence, Venice over on my BookTok and Bookstagram. So if you like short form vlogs like that, definitely check them out. But here are the books that ended up coming home with me from that trip. So in Rome, I ended up purchasing the UK cover of One Italian Summer because this book single-handedly influenced my obsession with having to go to Italy in the summertime. I love it so much. I own 2 copies of it, like different versions. It is one of those books that I feel like changed my entire life and I will never stop yapping about it. So I highly recommend giving One Italian Summer a try if you haven't yet because it is life-changing. This book was 16 euros. I also grabbed Funny Story because it's the UK cover and I haven't read this one yet, so I might as well have some fun and mix up the covers a little bit, and this one was 14.50 euros. Those are the 2 books I got in Rome, and then in Ischia I got Heartless by Elsie Silver. This is the Italian version, like it's in Italian. However, the Italian editions of the Chestnut Springs series there is immaculate. Like every single cover, I wish they had these in English because look at the Heartless version. On the inside, they all have different doodles as well that like go with the book in the series, and they're all different and just like feel like the book. I can't explain it, but they are beautiful. So I let myself buy 1, and since Heartless was my favorite, I got this one. I just couldn't justify getting all 5 when they're in Italian and I already own them in English. The hotel that we stayed at in Ischia had a little free library area. I assume it's by like guests that have just left books. The book that I was searching for this entire trip was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo in Italian. I wanted a special trophy edition of that one as well because that's another book that I feel like changed my brain chemistry. So at our hotel in Ischia, I really thought I struck gold and I found the Italian version like for free in the little free library. I showed it to Ashton and he was like, that is not Italian, which like I would have known if I had taken a second to look at this. I was so excited to find this, I didn't even read it. It is Icelandic, so it is so cool that I came across an Icelandic version of The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I really do feel like this found me. Florence, I bought 2 books. I bought Diary of a Tuscan Bookshop. Look at how beautiful this cover is. It's about a woman who opens up a bookstore in Florence, so I thought it was the perfect book to get at a bookshop in Florence. It's in English, but I've never seen this before in America. There were a lot of books in English there that I had just never seen at our bookstores, so I assume they're like England authors or whatever that just don't have have copies in the US. So beautiful. This one was 13 euros. And then Joan Didion, one of my favorite women of all history, not just writers. I don't know how to do this video without recommending my favorite books to you, but A Year of Magical Thinking, she's just a master. Like a master at what she does. I love her work. So I got Blue Nights by Joan Didion, and this is the cover that they had in Florence. This was $13.25, and it's about her grief after the death of her daughter. It's going to be really sad, but if you know what A Year of Magical Thinking is about, or if you've read that, this sort of feels like a follow-up to it. I'm so excited for it. Finally, in Venice, I came across The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo in Italian. It was at the last bookstore that we went to, which at that point in the day and our trip, I was so exhausted I wasn't even going to go in, and Ashton was like, what? You're not gonna go in? So I went in because of that, and it was on the bottom shelf on our last day of a 2-week trip. Talk about meant to be. So of course I had to get this, and this one was 20 euros. Those are the 7 books that I got in Italy. I will say that Ashton gave me cash to buy Heartless, but other than that, I charged the rest of them to my card. So my total for this category comes out to 76 euros and 75 cents. And moving on to our final category for June, PR. I've tried to organize it by publisher, self-published, and ARCs. I was gracious enough to receive, I think, 32 books from different publishers and authors this month, which is crazy. A year ago, I think I was just starting to receive like my first book from a publisher, and it was life-changing. It just goes to show like how much can truly change in such a short amount of time. So if you're thinking about doing any book content, just start, because things can happen very quickly. I received 7 ARCs, which are advanced readers copies. All of these are from Atria, so I will say Atria Publishing has sent over the majority of these books. If there's any book influencer program to get accepted into, it's Atria. They spoiled the heck out of me, and I'm so grateful for that. The 7 ARCs that I received in June is Every Step She Takes, which is by the same author as Kiss Her Once for Me, and I loved that book. I read that back over the holiday season, but I'm very excited to read her next book. It just sounds so good, and it comes out September 2nd. An Academic Affair by Jodi McAllister. This obviously looks like an academic romance. I believe it's academic rivals in the literature department. Like, I graduated with my degrees in English, so this definitely is something I'm going to eat up. And this one comes out 11/11, November 11th. Hopelessly Tea-voted is a spooky romance, perfect for spooky season coming up, and this one comes out September 16th. It's by Audrey Goldberg-Ruoff, and I am so excited for it. It looks so fun. Lauren Blakely, my favorite holiday. I believe it's Fake Dating, Single Dad, Billionaire, and a Snowy Christmas Wedding. Like, it's gonna be so good. I cannot wait to read this holiday season. This one comes out October 7th. I got How to Break My Heart. This arc comes out September 23rd. It says it's a cozy and steamy enemies to lovers romance. Geneva Rose, I got her new book, The Girl That I Was, and this one has a like Y2K element as well, because I think that she like time travels back to her younger self. Oh, by the time this video goes up, I'm sure this is out. It comes out July 15th. I also got No Holds Barred. This is by Mandy B and Wheezy WTF. I believe they're hosts of a podcast, and they are delivering bold, unfiltered, and raw sex positive lessons. Very intrigued to see what's in here, and I have to give their podcast a listen for sure. This one is also out by now. It came out June 24th. Sometimes ARCs have such a glossy cover too. These books are so slippery. Those are all the ARCs that I got in June though. I cannot wait to read them. This is why I try to read at least 1 ARC a month, because I get a lot of them. I want to make sure that I am reviewing them and helping to promote the book as soon as possible. Before I get into all of the other publisher new releases, I want to talk about the 3 books that I got sent from indie authors this month. Emma Pathy sent over her debut novel, Please Don't Leave Me. She's a Minnesota author as well, so I'm going to leave her links down below because I love supporting local authors. I think her cover is adorable, and she sent me this along with like stickers, a bookmark, and other like bookish goodies in here. She also signed it, which is the best, so I cannot wait to read her new book. And then Gabrielle Stone, she's talked a lot on her platforms about her story, but she sent over a copy of her 2 books, Eat, Pray, FML, and The Ridiculous Misadventures of a Single Girl. Her husband was having an affair with a 19-year-old like a year into their marriage, so she leaves him and goes to Europe. I'm excited to read about it. She was also super sweet. She sent over some goodies, and she wrote a note that feels so personal to me in both of her books, which is just so kind. Definitely go check out Gabrielle Stone. Also, when I posted Gabrielle Stone's books on my Instagram stories, I got so many responses from people saying that her books were so good, or that they loved them, or they listened to the audio and it was amazing. So that makes me really hyped to read them. And I'm glad that so many of the people that follow me recognized her and those covers. Shout out to these 3 books and these 2 indie authors. Definitely go check them out. Everything is down below. Moving into the remaining books from publishers, I tried to organize it by publisher. So Harper Perennial sent me 1 book this month. It looks spooky AF, like A Mother Always Knows by Sarah Strohmeyer. I think it's more horror than it is thriller, but I cannot wait to read this. I'm gonna be terrified, but I know it's gonna be good. Catherine Cowell's team herself reached out to me on Instagram asking if I wanted a copy of her book. I've been wanting to get into her books for so long, so that made me so excited, and her team sent over the first one in the Sparrow Falls series, Fragile Sanctuary. I got stickers and a postcard as well. Big thank you to her team. That is just so sweet. Like, in my mind, she's such a huge author. I never thought that they would just be reaching out asking if I wanted a book. Bloom Publishing sent over 4 books this month. They sent me all of the books in this series. How does it feel? What did you do? Where did you go? And Can You Take It? They're all by Janine O'Reilly, so I'm so excited. This one is the ARC copy, but I think this one came out in June. But what I do love about Bloom is if they're sending you like a new book, but you haven't read the series yet, they will definitely send you all of them so that you have them all to read, which is so thoughtful. Big thank you to Bloom for the books this month. Sourcebook Spire sent over a thriller. It's called Blue Hand Girls. It gives me like Pretty Little Liars vibes, so I'm very excited for this one. There's even like a fun Dear Reader letter that they sent over as well. This is an ARC. That should have been in the ARC pile. My bad. This book comes out October 7th. Next 12 are all from Atria Publishing. So again, Atria is just the best. I got William Kent Kruger's book, Spirit Crossing. What really stuck out to me about this one is it takes place in Minnesota. So any book that's like local to where I live, I'm very intrigued by. This takes place in the small town Aurora, Minnesota. Only Between Us. Look at how fun this sports romance looks. This is by Ellie K. Wild. It's the author of Only in Your Dreams. He's an NFL player and she's an ex-girlfriend. It's gonna be good. Another one I am so excited for, Backhanded Compliments. This is by Katie Chandler. It's a tennis queer romance. Sign me the fuck up. I'm so excited for this one. I also got so many fun goodies with this one. Another one I cannot believe I received this month, Amy Dawes' 7 Year Itch. I mean, look at this cover, the cat, the woodsiness. Also, they sent me so many goodies. All of the stickers, playlist, postcards in here. I also got this bandana and lip smackers, so I can't wait to read this and see how that all kind of ties into the plot, but I'm so excited for this one. Another one with such fun edges, it's Mia Sheridan's Heart of the Sun. They also sent over a bookmark, stickers, and all of that inside, but I'm obsessed with this cover. We have Homebound by Meredith Trapp, which I've heard amazing things about, so I cannot wait to read this one. It says, she's Texas' toughest bold rider and he's determined to win her heart. I love that she's the bold rider in this one because usually the country romances, he's the one that rides the horses, he's the one that trains, he's the one that bull rides, but here it's like she does and he's just trying to win her heart. It's like a little reverse power trope there and I'm a big fan of it. V. Keelan's newest thriller, Someone Knows. I've heard good things about this one too, so I am so excited to read it. I am so excited for this thriller. It's called 50-50 by Steve Kavanaugh and it's about twins, but they're accusing each other of being the unaliver in a case. So it's like a who do you believe situation, who's actually telling the truth, and I've heard great things about this one so far too. One of the most exciting books that Atria Publishing has ever sent me to this day. One that I literally dropped when I opened it because I couldn't believe it. Like, fangirling over a book is crazy, but I did. It's Lisa Jewell's newest release, Don't Let Him In. I loved None of This Is True by her, and since then I've been trying to read her backlist. This is her newest release, and it's something that like I just never thought I'd be able to get sent to me because she's such a popular, well-known, successful author. Not saying any of these other authors aren't, but it felt very unattainable. Atria hooked me up. Oh, I can't wait for this. I know it's going to be good. I'm such a big fan of Lisa Jewell. I'm reading that one immediately. Far and Away by Amy Popel. This is like the holiday movie. They swap houses. I think we have Texas and Germany. The last 2 books that Atria Publishing sent over, look at these edges. I cannot believe it. I got Spark of the Everflame, which is the first book, I believe, and the second book, Glow of the Everflame by Penn Cole. If you have read these, please let me know what you thought of them because they're a little intimidating, but I've heard amazing things about them. Then I've got 3 hardcovers. Dutton Publishing sent over Proof of Life, Let Go, Let Love, and Stop Looking for Permission to Live Your your life. It's a little self-help, self-improvement book. Dutton Publishing also sent over a book that I am so highly excited for the release of. Like, I could not believe this showed up on my door because I was seeing it on Instagram and like freaking out. Obviously, because it has to do with Italy, it is The View from Lake Como by Adriana Trigiani. I was so excited for this book to come out because it takes place both in Lake Como, New Jersey, but Lake Como, Italy as well. I'm just looking for ways to go back to Italy. They also sent over postcards. I got a Dear Reader letter in here. The coolest part, they gave me a luggage tag that says ciao. I'm using this. Like, I think that's so cute. So excited for this one. So a big thank you to Dutton Publishing for that. And the very last book this month was from Celadon. They sent over a hardcover copy of Sunny Side Up by Katie Serino. This just came out and it's about a woman I should say, in New York City, recently divorced and just trying to figure out life. I've heard good things about this one so far too, so I'm very excited for this one. And a big thank you to Celadon, Dutton, Bloom, Atria, my goodness, for all of these books from different publishers. I simply cannot believe it. Those were the 42 books that I've acquired in the month of June, and my total for the month comes out to 76 euros and 75 cents. You see what I did there? I didn't spend $1 on books this month, but I did spend euros. The only books that I ended up purchasing were in Italy. The total this month came out to euros. I didn't want to do this, but I did convert it to see how much it would be in dollars, because like at the end of the day, I used my credit cards. I'm gonna have to pay the conversion, and this is where it really hurt because I only bought 5 books this month, and my total for those books, if I do the conversion, technically comes out to $89.81, but like they were in Italy, so it's fine. I hope you enjoyed this month's haul. Definitely let me know your thoughts if you've read any of these, and I'll try to link as much as I can down below. I'm gonna go film the short form version of this for my book talk, and I'll see you here soon with another video. Bye!